motivating young entrepreneurs with a very innovative program right here in town. It's something we've been talking about a lot recently, and now an organization called Youth About Business is working to make a difference.
Oh yeah, we are joined by Mr. Samuel Kirk, Mr. Kirk they know you as, and we also have Emmanuel, EJ from Slim and Huskies here. EJ, you were actually part of this organization.
I was in high school. I graduated high school here in Nashville, Tennessee. I was first introduced to the program as a sophomore in high school. Did a week of summer business camp at Tennessee State University my first year, then also went to Vanderbilt University. And this program really helped shape my life as an entrepreneur. I was, imagine a 15-year-old kid, had never been to New York. Through this program, we visited New York, went to the stock exchange, went up to Deutsche Bank at the top floor. So it was just an amazing experience. It really helped shape my mind in terms of what I wanted to do in life, and entrepreneurship, and made me understand that the business world is the route I wanted to go.
Oh, I love that. Now, I mean, we're touching upon it obviously, but Samuel, tell us kind of the nuts and bolts of this organization and what it is for.
Youth About Business wanted to create a pathway to success for young people, and we actually wanted to do it with young people that come from underserved communities. And so we have focused on making sure that those young people get unique opportunities. We tie them to executives, and they literally learn how to buy and sell a company, which is one of the things that makes the program very unique. And there are accountants and bankers and attorneys and people that come and work with them, because a lot of times young people that come from those communities may not understand the world of business. So as you introduce it to them in a very unique way, it starts to demystify that world for them, and then they get skills and skill sets that they can use in whatever profession they go into.
I can imagine if you're not around business people growing up, you would probably never think that you yourself could be a business person, a business owner, a business executive. Right. And this really does, as you said, demystify. Love that.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead. No, please.
I was going to say, it just teaches students to dream differently about the potential for their own futures. And that's one of the reasons Youth About Business, when it first started, we wanted to make sure that we didn't look at young people at where they were, but as what they were becoming. And that's a very important thing for us.
81% of your students come from underserved communities, is what I read. But you're not just looking for the best students in school. Who is this focused on helping?
Well, I think that there's a lot of students that we call marginal students. They're just students that need a little extra motivation. They have not figured out yet really what they want to do. And if you give them sort of this demystification, they start to see. I had a young lady one time tell me, I want to be chief of marketing at a firm now. She didn't even know what marketing entailed. And so the more you demystify it for them, so even if they're marginal, maybe they're not the top of the class, but they are young people that have hopes and dreams, and they want to achieve just like anyone else would.
Oh, I just love that. And now, you said you went through the program in 2002, right?
Right.
What would you tell to someone out there, maybe a parent watching, about why it's such a great way to get your kids involved?
I think this program is an exceptional way to, try something different, right? To learn the business world, to have an understanding of money, to have an understanding of, as Mr. Kirk said, marketing, finance, operations, and also if you want to be an entrepreneur. I started my first business in 2010, a 25-year-old kid fresh out of college. From there, some of the principles that I learned through Youth About Business, we were able to sell our first business, and we were able to start a wonderful company called Slim and Huskies Pizza here in Nashville. So,
and you are successful, and that's what I wanted to kind of wrap with, Mr. Kirk. He's not the only success story coming from your program.
There have been 9,000 students through this program at this point, and they are achieving in a lot of different areas. There's a young lady that was a part of Black Panther, out in LA. There's a young lady who in Nashville is the chief marketing officer for Lifeway Christian Resources, the young lady who runs Google startups. And I began to notice that those skill sets that they were developing, because if you give them a very rigorous program, it's not basketball, it's not cheerleading, it's not football, all those are great things, but teaching them business is going to give them a likelihood of continuing to become successful as young people. And so they've achieved in a lot of different areas around you know, not only in Nashville, but around the country.
Wow.
It's amazing. That
Things
is
a
really-
mentor can do,
I know.
really shaping lives. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank
So
you.
incredible.
And thank you for creating Slim and Huskies.
Yeah,
We're
we
big
love
fans around
it.
here.
All of us appreciate that.
We do.
Make sure to get involved, everybody. Check out youthaboutbusiness.org and see how you can take part or help out or, you know, just help it grow. It's pretty amazing.